She's one of the very few women in her space that is making impacts all across the globe. She's known as the communications queen. She boasts over 20 years of diverse experience in the communications industry, spanning oil and gas, insurance, banking, education, beauty, coaching, consulting. A distinguished Toastmaster. As a TEDx creator, she has trained 50 TEDx speakers and orchestrated 8 TEDx events, showcasing her commitment to fostering impactful conversations. Accredited as a management consultant by the Nigerian Council for Management Development, she contributes her expertise to the operational arm. In the realm of public relations, she is a registered member of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations, having served as the secretary of the National Institute of Public Relations, Citizen Summit, and actively participating in various committees. She is a member of the National Institute of Marketing of Nigeria and a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Information and Strategy Management. Additionally, she serves as a council member of the Nigerian Institute of Social Media Analysts. Beyond her professional achievements, she is a dedicated healthcare provider with passion for mental health, public health, emotional intelligence, fear mastery, and anger management. As the CEO of Danicol Management Consult, she leads an accredited management consulting firm. She is also the proprietress of Danicol Consult's Public Speaking Academy, an institution organizing the annual DASCOPA International Speaking Competition for teenagers and children, along with the Speak Out Challenge for adults. Her commitment to education is evident as she successfully trained 2 sisters who clinched victory in the oral Takulia high-level speaking competition in Texas in the year 2020. She has further shared her insights through authored works, including Parenting Patterns and Raising Confident Children. Her multifaceted contributions makes her a trailblazer in the field of communication and education. Ladies and gentlemen, with a stand ovation, can we please make welcome this transformational speaker, coach, and management consultant, Dr. Udoh Ikalone. Come on, make some noise!
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you so much. Thank you. I feel truly honored to be here. Super excited to be here. To know that I got to know about the Eagle Music Academy through a parent whose child passed through this same institute just last year. And I'm privileged to be here talking to the teachers that trained my son. It shows you are doing an amazing job. That simply tells you that the best form of advertisement is through the word of mouth. So in your brainstorming session, you need to go back to the students that you have trained, that have passed through this academy. You need to go and bond with their parents. I know I have made a lot of decisions, critical decisions, not because I saw an advert, just because I saw a child. I knew the time I saw 2 children, twins, who spoke very well. They were children of my colleague when I was working at an insurance company, and the lady did not speak well. I know she does not speak well. When I saw her children, I was impressed. And I asked her, Ngozi, please, what schools do your children attend? And she told me the name of the school. And because she mentioned the name, I asked her for the address. She said somewhere. I traced the place. I went there. And I entered, I met the proprietress, a small duplex then. I said, Ma, you're doing an amazing job. I met my colleague, and her children speak so well. And I would love my children to speak like this. And she said, oh, we're just trying. You know what I did? I told my husband, I want to give him a gift. Because I knew that my husband would not allow me to go to change them from the school they were. It was very expensive. expensive. It was a Montessori kind of school. But I was ready to use my life savings to move them to that school. And I did it. I told my husband, I'm leaving the bank. I have some money. I want to surprise you. Don't pay school fees for a year. I'll pay it. Just because I wanted to move my children to experience that thing I saw in that woman's children. Guess what? I first of all went to volunteer in the school. I sat down as an intern in reception class. What I learned, I had never learned it in my whole life as an adult. What they were teaching reception children. The next session, I asked my mom, how will I convince my husband? He would not allow me. I said, okay, what I will do is I will just say I've paid. I paid for a year. I did not pay termly. I paid for a year. And I was very glad that I did it. So it depends on the quality you give out. There is money. Parents will do anything to get the outcome that they want in a child. It's like a child that cannot breathe. And they say, buy oxygen, $20 million. Look at what our former deputies, the Senate president did to save a child's life. Very emotional. So parents would pay. That's to show you that if your work is speaking, if your work is good, you will market less. Your work would speak for you. Now let me go into this session. First of all, I want to thank our director very, very, very dearly. I'm very grateful. I had the privilege of training an organization yesterday. I called it the communications audit I had with their team. And the lady, the permanent secretary, she told me this week, these people are not working. I've been on their retainership for like 4 years. So we met with the staff. And last year, I didn't meet with them. So she said she wants to sack somebody. Her special assistant. She wants to bring somebody ahead of him. And I'll listen to all the complaints she said. Then we now went to these people and I told my team we have to interview each staff one after the other. While we called in the staff, we now realized that the woman, the permanent secretary, was the one with the problem. I now went back home feeling very fulfilled, even though it was very tough for us to communicate that to the woman. But I felt good. And also the power of communication. Communication is not just a one-way route. You must get feedback. And I was very happy that the woman did not know that the problem in our organization was caused by her. Divided and ruling. Somebody is the highest. You now give younger staff the job of the highest to do, and the younger staff report to you directly instead of going through the route. The person there told us, it was a one-on-one session. He said he had the spirit of the job had left him. He had stopped coming to work and she wanted to sack him. Not knowing that she created that. So when I was coming here, I said I will share the story because any boss, any leader that wants someone to actually meet with his team and find out maybe the feelers is actually ready to progress, because without that woman would have destroyed her office and blamed other people. Meanwhile, they're all looking at her. So these are stories I'm sharing so you will appreciate what is going on. And I'm very impressed at the number here. Please put your hands together for yourselves. To me, it's amazing to see a music academy with so many people. I know I've not met many people, but my son just came here during the last session, the last holiday, and I can say he's doing very well. He's drumming very well in school, so you guys have done very well for my son. Thank you. So what's the topic I'm asked to speak about today? I knew when the director called me, he said, we are looking at how to do so many things. And when he spoke, I took the ones that I was ready to push. And here we have strategic changes and initiatives for excellent results. I think it was giant strides, he said. So you've already met me. This is me. So the objectives for today, when you look at the current economic situation, I know you all know your house rent. How many of you are living in a house that they did not increase the rent? They did not increase the rent. They did not. The rent even went down. Except maybe you are still living with your father or your mother, so you don't even know the rent, or you have your own house. We all must have noticed that as the government, or as the price of dollar was changing, that was how the rents were going higher. So I just brought this picture up to show you that these are the needs that your customers are passing through. They are faced with the challenge of having to meet up with a lot of bills to pay. I'm sure you are all aware. But the beautiful thing is this. Let me tell you the truth. Even me, I was amazed. I knew how tough it was for me to send my daughter to the university. She's in university. To send my children to school. But on the day of resumption, everyone had paid their school fees. That was powerful for me. It meant that people plan for things that are important to them. Because there's no school you will go to the schools my children attend without your teller, receipt of payment. They are in boarding school. So that means despite the expenditure during Christmas, they kept money aside to meet what was important to them. And I was one of them because my children went to school. So that means with all these needs, they still have to trade off some things. Should I let go of this? What should I do? Why? So now that brings me to, why should I invest in music for my child? Why? Is it the physics is going to write? Is it the lesson teacher that's going to help him with physics? Right now we know that there's going to be JAMB this time. JAMB. We're going to have WAEC. We're going to have junior WAEC. So there's a lot of people are invested in lesson teachers, subject teachers, So why should I have a music teacher? Why should it be important? People who are not writing those exams, why should they invest in music? Music is a skill. And most parents love their children to have, most enlightened parents love their children to have social skills, things that will bring them out from the normal education. You want to see your child being the best gymnast. You want your son to beat the drum. You want basketball, sports. So parents are aware that there's something that should differentiate their child from the pack. And music is one of them. I want us to be very clear about who our customers are and who our consumers are. This is not my main class. I just had this in mind. Our customers are actually the people that know that their children need this, but our consumers are the children that actually come here to learn. Who determines our children? Who determines whether people that came last year would love to come again this year? Please, can you help me? Who do you think will determine that? Do you think it's the parents or the children? Yes, please. Okay, it's the parents. Oh, it's the parents, really? If you believe that it's the parents that determines whether their children will come again this year, let me see your hands up. Parents? No, don't give me a sorry. You cannot have that second chance to make a first impression. If you believe that is they are the children, let me see your hands up. You guys are okay. Yeah. Oh, children. Why children? Who wants to share? Why do you think it's the children? Why do you think the children that make that impression? What will you do this summer? Okay, so now look at me. I'm talking to you, and your director is so intelligent. I don't want to use so smart, but very intelligent and smart, by the way. I am the recipient of the experience. So I knew you all just last year from a parent, and I knew the experience I had. I was so proud to sit here to dance. Oh, Damina, Do, 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 do. You now gave me video again. There was a song. Were you in this center? You're looking at me. You're not in this center. I was in this center. So I experienced a beautiful feeling. I was so proud that my son was the one that is now put together, because I struggle with that boy. He's very restless. And the way I wanted to harness his skill was to make him use that his restlessness to beat the drums. So it was my purpose to make him get his skill. So you can see how parents think, and he achieved it. And I went to school. I told the lady that this boy must go to the choir. He must join the choir, so that the skills he has learned, he will not forget. And the woman said that that she told him that if he does not go to the choir rehearsals, he will pick all the dustbin in the school. I said, this is my kind of woman. So he was going. But guess what? He came fifth in his class. He came fifth, which was super for me, because he's in the SS1. That was his first experience in the senior class. And he told me that, Mommy, I'm the first boy. All the rest were girls, and they are all in the choir. So I'm the first. So I was happy that discipline, because music is discipline. It takes a lot to get somebody to manage your time. I was in the choir as a teenager in school. And I know that you have to balance your time with your academics. And if you're able to manage the two, you will succeed better as an adult, because other people are playing, you are studying, going for rehearsals. And I was happy that I had achieved that. So the children are actually, the consumers are the ones that actually make their parents want to pay. So that draws us that we need to showcase our children. We need to showcase that. I was not too glad that the videos did not come out on time. Feedback. Because I was looking forward to having those videos. But I think what happened was they're trying to make it so good for the YouTube. It takes time to edit it. But I now understood that, okay, it was a YouTube route, not just me and my son, but so I got it. But I really, really, really appreciate that. Parents love to showcase their children's successes. They love it. And I know I share it on my platforms. I want us to look at our pricing. Is it worth the 4 to 5 weeks? I really felt you guys did an amazing job. I couldn't imagine that amount of money every single day of the week. Monday to it had a toll on me, because I was the one doing the school run. Sometimes I would leave him here. And for that amount, that was value, because I knew my son was learning. Feedback. First of all, he did not want to come. It was like wasting his time. So many of the children might struggle to come. But before I knew it, he was telling Mommy, I want to buy clothes, because I wanted to look good to come. Are you understanding the psychology? That means something must have happened to him that he wants to show up here. So it is your job. I said there's no dull child. If I give you a dull child, you don't give that child back to me as a teacher. Your duty is to make that child exceptional, fantastic in that thing that he struggled with. And I got that feedback. Now, what are the things that they have to benefit? Karate. So you have to communicate the value. How is our care? Was there any injury? Okay. So those are the things on the screen. How do you measure your performance? Do you have a questionnaire to ask parents to give you feedback on how you can improve? Using word of mouth, observation, feedback form, timeliness, access to your data. You need to go back to the students that have passed through. They might be in university right now, wherever they are. You need to just let them talk about what they have, how music has helped them to achieve their goals, whether they've won awards, presented great things. I know that you've already had this session before. Now quickly, where to find our clients? Where do you find the people we are looking for? Database of our old clients. I'm sure you have done this. This is not my own slide. I just put it in because it mentioned the goal. I said, okay, let me put my own voice. So old clients, friends of clients, adverts, paid and unpaid. What message have you sent concerning the new year? How is 18 book? Imagine the Eagle School sending me a message and asking, mentioning my son's name, not a generic message. How is this child? Wishing him all the best in his academics, not because it is music, but caring about the other areas that my son is involved. I would have really loved to know that. Wow, that's so nice. It's fine. I'll now gist you more. That, oh, I have another child coming up or something. So that's another way. Just get personal. Get personal with children. Yesterday, I received 2 calls from old clients. I have a public speaking academy, and a father called me in the night. He said he wants his daughter to just say hello to me. That child was struggling. He told the child to repeat. She was not doing well. And he heard about me and brought the daughter to me. Right now, the father was so proud. She's a Loyola Jesuit. And he said he wanted me to talk to his daughter. And I told the daughter to write a tribute to her dad, that she has the best dad, who noticed that she was struggling and intervened at that time to look for a coach. And right now, she got the school of the father's dream, and she's so proud because her elder brother is there. So those are the things that parents want to hear. You know, follow up with your children. So I said here, towards children, towards parents. Let me go into my slide. What is emotional intelligence? And why is it important? Whenever people are gathered, you do not know what you do that rubs off negatively on the morale of other members. But it is your duty as a leader. We know we have different cadres, different leaders for different units. It is your duty to feel the pulse of people who work under you. In an environment, communication is the ultimate. When you do not understand the reason why, people will be gossiping, having different ideas that, oh, the director prefers this particular unit or branch more than this. No, because he's there, so he's always putting all his effort there. But this kind of town hall meeting where everybody comes to say, how are you succeeding? You had over 500 children. What is your secret? Sharing. No, but there's no competition anywhere, and there should not be competition, because the goal is that everybody should achieve greatness at the same time. So that openness brings trust, that you are willing to actually help me see the areas I am not good at. So emotional intelligence is a skill that can be learnt and can be improved upon. But emotional intelligence first starts with you identifying who you are. Who are you? Do you actually know your strengths? Do you know what you are good at? You can't be good at every single thing. But do you also understand that not everybody can be as proactive and as energetic as you are or speak like you are? But they have something that they are good at. So you that is always saying, why is this guy always like this? Do you know that that other person too is wondering, why are you always so loud? It's like what they usually say. If you put a 6 here, write the 6 like this. You can do it right now in your notebooks. Please write 6. Don't write the 6. Write the 6 like this, like the American way, the curved way. And also write the 9 the curved way. So we have the 6 here and we have the 9. Maybe you've heard it before. If you're standing at, maybe it's on the floor. The sand, we have sand here. So if I'm standing here and I wrote 6 here, and you over there write a 9, I will say that I have 6 and you have 9. However, the person will be saying that, no, I can see 6. So both of us maybe write 6, 6. I have 6, you have 9. Say, no, yours is the 9, mine is 6, because of where we are standing. Except we are patient enough to move away from where we are and take some steps to see things from the other person's point of view. We will not appreciate why the person said that. So we will be wrong to say you don't know what you are saying. So people are at different points in their lives. But why do we even bother to talk about emotional intelligence? So emotional intelligence helps us to increase team performance, increase leadership abilities, personal well-being, reduce staff turnover. As here is full, I know you people are just enjoying yourselves here. So it can be defined as the capability of individuals to, first of all, recognize their own emotions. Why am I happy right now? I'm so proud that I'm here. I feel honored, sir, director. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you. It's such an honor. I know my emotions, and I also know that everybody cannot be happy when I'm happy. And other people's emotions, to discern between different feelings and label them appropriately, to use emotional information to guide thinking, the way I think, the way I behave, and the way I manage and adjust to people and environments. This one is just too complex. Let me just take you straight to how you can be more emotionally intelligent. Emotional intelligence talks about your personal knowledge. Do you know yourself? Can you now manage yourself? When you are angry, how do you behave? So it's knowing yourself and managing your emotions. That's the first leg. Second leg is knowing that other people are different. But do you know how different they are from you? It is an intelligence that you need to acquire, that they are different. And when you now know that they are different, you now need to manage them with relationship management. This person does not like noise. He likes to put in the headphones and just play his music. Meanwhile, you are like our MC, or everywhere he's just talking. He wants to have his quiet time, and you just want to make all the noise. Can you be sensitive enough to know that, hey, let me just leave this guy. Let me just go to my own house and I'm making my noise. That is what emotional intelligence requires. It requires you to know that you are not like somebody else. And somebody else cannot be like you. That the fact that you think you are happy and everybody is liking you, one person can say you're just a noisemaker. So self-awareness, then you self-manage yourself. Social awareness, people are different. Then you now build relationships. Is there anybody in politics today that you've seen that over and over again, different governments just keep employing the person? There's this new guy now. I'm even wondering why he's in Tinubu's cabinet. That fair guy that was a journalist in my Nigeria. It's emotional intelligence. There must be something that he's doing that he looks neutral. He's not inside the Buhari regime, that is able to come out and fit into the Tinubu regime. Somebody was like that in the Bible. Who was that? Daniel. That is the skill that we must acquire. How can I work with all manner of leaders? Nobody will say, you will not hear no harm found around me. But everybody is being sacked. He's sacked. But somebody is just going untouched, and the government said, I need him. Every law, I need him. Are you the kind of staff that no matter how people even behave, you're just the focal point? The knowledge you have, the wisdom. If a parent is angry, you go and call Victor. Victor will know how to calm that parent down, and he will not sue us again. It's a skill. It's a powerful skill. Because it happens. So people are always called, always mentioned. That is relationship management. When you are looking for them here, they are good. They have friends. So even as jovial as we are, I know that music is a fun thing. It's a fun skill because you are always happy. It helps your emotions. But sometimes that inner trait will still show. The Jennifer, the locals, whatever, will still come alive. it will still come alive because we're from different backgrounds. Some of us, before we started wearing shirt and trousers, maybe we were selling, we are on the streets hustling somewhere. So some things are there from childhood, So like my beg fuel, the thing will just come out. I know it's not here because we have our rules, but I'm just saying sometimes maybe outside when we meet for corner, you now go and show yourself there. You understand? So those are the skills that we should imbibe, right? So we have here recognize and understand your emotions. I want us to quickly do a very quick test. So in business, you look at the business emotional intelligence, you have self-awareness, self-management, self-performance. What motivates you? Another part of emotional intelligence is your ability to be motivated. Empathy is another part. One of the things that lacked in that office was empathy. I sat down, I just started feeling for the special assistant. He did not know that the madam wanted to sack him. He did not know. She called us to come and talk to them, and she had already made plans to get somebody to overrule the guy. Meanwhile, the guy felt useless. He felt unneeded. That was so painful for a man to feel he's not wanted. Meanwhile, he's the oldest person in that department. Because some new people who are the youthful people came in and they had special training. So you just carry them and you give the guy a task. And she said to us boldly that she has 4 plans. Plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. That means she uses 4. So she did not know the impact. It is our duty to step down and say, okay, this thing I'm about to do, how will you feel? That is putting yourself in the other person's shoes. So as colleagues, because the energy in the room when we are teaching our children will rub off on our students or visitors. I can remember the day I came here just to sit down. I overheard a conversation. And it was a teacher that was teaching confidence. And I was interested in that class. But you can imagine if we were fighting, if teachers were fighting. Even though they were not at the reception. But, are you crazy? Are you stupid? No. I did not hear that. Never heard it. I'm like, just being in the environment can rub off on. Let me carry my children out of this place. Because I have actually removed my child from a school because I heard teachers speaking pidgin. They didn't know. It was after school. It was during Christmas. I brought a gift to the teacher, and one of the women, another teacher, was in the class. She asked her, what did he give you? I think it was in Igbo also. That was the last time I put my daughter in that school. I made sure I changed the child. She was very little. So those are the little things that you don't know that parents pay attention to. I couldn't imagine her speaking in the midst of my nursery daughter then. So you have to be very careful what happens in your environment. So why are we studying emotional intelligence here? It takes a lot for parents to forego school fees, investment just to register their children and what's here. They expect a dramatic change in 1 month. I know you do it every weekend. Meaning you have to build the capacity to endear the children to you. Some children have very nasty behavior. You need to know that. I know you all know. And it is something of joy. If a director would like a family that has 5 children to bring their 5 children here, just bring the babies. We will accommodate them. I don't know what is the age limit. But if a parent that says, I want him to just start learning something, then the child is always cranky. Do you have the patience to accommodate that child that is always disturbing? It is your duty to build the capacity, because if that child is not happy or children sense that something is not going wrong, they will tell. Children speak, but they are the most truthful people that you can imagine. My son tells me everything. Children are different. My own baby tells me everything. So sometimes parents too will probe. What happened today? You can imagine, I fell down. If at that day the parents do not feel comfortable bringing the child here, you understand? So it's very important that you build the capacity. You have to engage them so that they are playing. Well, you know that you have to collaborate with other teachers. When you see a teacher overwhelmed, do you just say, "Ah, that's not my business, that's not my class"? It's a team. For one goal, we are all working together to achieve that goal. So we have to work together. What? Okay, my time is by that's the first session. Okay, let me be watching that. We have to work together. We'll talk about that later. Children know when they are being loved. They know they are not too small. My son has told me many things about house helps. He's just, in fact, he should be an investigator. He likes that kind of stuff. I wanted him to learn. It was an investment into the future. So parents see it as an investment. Learning soft skills is not a luxury. It is an investment. They want children to be outstanding amongst their peers. So what I have on the next slide is different types of personalities. We know we have the sanguine, we have the choleric. Have you done those kind of personality tests before? So let me not hit it. So the basic summary of emotional intelligence is you need to understand yourself, you need to understand other people, and you need to know that empathy is key. Giving that room for others to just be themselves. And if you have any issue with anyone, don't go leave that place without resolving it. That is where the hurt builds up. That is where the backbiting, the mistrust builds up. You need to learn to communicate. People are scared to speak out. Do you know that if you can easily communicate, you would not let the other person know what you don't like, even to your bosses. What has made relationships to break is lack of effective communication. When to say it, at what time should I be saying what I'm saying, how to say it. Do you just come and say, "That's my seat"? Or could you just say, "Oh, sorry, I was sitting there before, but it's okay, I can take the other seat"? Or you want to show that that is your seat. So those are the little things that matter, and they go a long way. Knowing yourself, managing yourself, and managing other people. Not everyone can be like you. Can you be that Daniel, that no matter what, you have the one that is always loved by all? Not because you are pretending, because you have given yourself the wisdom to let things go. Not everything that you take as an offense. And when you are offended, somebody offends you or speaks in a way that you do not like, you are able to tell the person calmly that, "Oh, I didn't like the way you spoke like that to me in front of those parents. You should have called me beside. Oh, I'm so sorry." And when they say sorry, just take it as it is. Thank you so much for this session. Thumbs up. Thank you. Do you have any question? Anything, any situation that you've had a tough time managing your colleague? Because this is a beautiful time to resolve issues. That's why I was very proud of that woman, that she called me not knowing that she was a problem. So sometimes you might have carried some grudges from last year into this year. And you're like, "God, I'm going to snub everybody. As I go back to that office next week, Saturday, I will not even talk to anybody." That's not what we want. We want teamwork. We want to work together. We want you to open up. So if there's anybody that has offended you, maybe you should just go and be the person now and tell the person. And please, if you are the person, please listen and just ask for forgiveness. I think that is a good way to start the year before we enter the work system. I'm done. In case, please come on. Put your hand together for him, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, so any questions while she's here? Okay, I have Mr. Jerome. Any other person? Let's do that real quick. You have a question or you're still thinking about it?
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Ma. Okay, I want to ask this question because I really need an answer. Though I don't want to believe that I have an answer to it. because by God's grace, I've been trying to be using my own emotional intelligence. But I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but I'm just trying to be at the safe side. So my question is, as an admin, as a leader, what if you have a particular difficult staff under you that is not that she is or he is intentionally being difficult, but that's his kind of person. That's her kind of person. She's just loud. Like she or he has, no, I wouldn't want to say pride, authority, that if not that you're his leader, he would have given it to you hot. So you just have that kind of person walking under you. What do you do to, I don't know, what do you do?
Thank you. That's very good. These are the kind of sessions that should be resolved here, not just theory. Because when we finish all this theory, you go back and meet the people, and it's as if you did not achieve it. People are different. They're coming from different backgrounds. So I want to appeal to everyone. Know that in your state, can you tolerate what you do to others? I'm talking to everybody. The way you want to give it to somebody, would you like somebody to give it to you like that? So you that is the boss, you need to talk to the person today. Meet the person today and say that this is the reason why I said that thing, because I have been saying it to you over time. You have not changed. But this new year, I want you to know that the line of authority is like this. If you want to talk to me, you have to use the polite words. Please, can I, or thank you. They have to learn it. Not everybody went to those schools where they were teaching you courtesy, etiquette, and things like that. But because we are here and people are around, we're into a service industry, you have to imbibe this culture. Do you know why? Something happened and my son said to me, Mommy, I miss the teacher. She's a lady. I miss the lady at the front desk. I don't really like the next person that they brought. You don't know how far what you do rubs off on your brand. Why I'm saying this because you are a business. So you are privileged to be hearing from a parent's point of view. And when I came the next day, I came in to look at who the person was, the new person. And I tried to maybe communicate and try to say that this is the reason why I brought the child here. So children talk, people talk. Because somebody said that it is your duty to manage your face. You cannot be saying, does not smile as a front desk officer. Those are not the skills for a front desk officer. So if you're a front desk officer here and your voice is deep and you know how to give us the hash, please, maybe you ask to be the cleaner, or if you want to be around us, stay at the back. And I'm very serious because parents come here and any sign of not being comfortable, they come in to observe. And they will not want to bring their child here again. And I knew I was very particular about when will the girl come back? That was the first girl. I don't know her. So you can imagine the impression I have. So you that is the leader, you need to, you cannot easily find out what the parents are taking away. I'm telling you my own experience. But if among staff, somebody is giving us an attitude among staff, immediately caution. First query, written query. Second query, let the person go somewhere, maybe somewhere. I don't know what other things you do, but it is rubbing off on your brand. We want sweet people. Hello, mom, you're welcome. We want it. Anywhere children are, it has to be sweet, sweet, sweet. Another thing I mentioned was, I want us to have more females as much as possible. I believe we have. I was very happy to see the fair lady. You know why? Parents are not too comfortable with too many guys around children. I didn't even know until whereby they will say, I'm a trainer. They'll ask, who is taking my child? They don't mind boys. They are boys, male children being around girls, but they're not comfortable with their girls and boys being around boys. I don't know. I'm just saying that. So putting a face like a receptionist female out there is a good one. It helps to say, oh, somebody that is a lady can understand my little daughter. Do you understand how you can bring some people because of that, they might not bring their children. So I think I've answered you. Anybody that gives you that want to, know that it's affecting your brand because children talk, let the person leave that spot. Then the second one is, how can someone effectively manage their emotions in high pressure situations? What is pressurizing us? Are they internal pressures of this work or from home? As much as possible, when you have stress from outside, try to come here, pray, play music, dance, and be present. You need to be present because it's going to rub out on your productivity. That's for everybody anyway. Just try and let that thing go. Or you talk to somebody, if it's something that is within, let it go and just be happy. I love the way I saw you people happy. Be happy. Try and enjoy this because it is so beautiful that a music academy has the number of staff. It is business. And if it's your own business, you wouldn't want to drop the ball. You take everything seriously. And just know that appraisal is sure, because I always believe in appraisals and your performance. I think everybody should be given a target. What should you do to bring 5 children here? What do you think you can do? Let's just talk. What do you think you can do to bring 5 people here before April? If you can think like the owner of the business, your attitude will change. If you can put yourself, now empathy, in the because my salary, things are expensive. Fine, bring 5. Bring and keep 5 children here. You will say that only you will say, how are you, ma? God bless. Do you have cousins? Your cousins should be. Tell your mother you should bring your cousins now. They should come now. Let's just all come together, family party. Do you understand? It's going to be fun. We'll compete amongst ourselves. We'll have fun. You'll be thinking like the owner of your. Well, I think, in fact, I tell people, I run a business now. When you have a target, your behavior will change. You'll be cleaning children's shoes. You'll be petting them, dancing. And I like what you do because I love the birthday party. That was bonding. That was so good. So you start thinking like the owner of the business. Bring 5 people and keep them. Stress will be out. You'll be thinking of the children. Keep grow. Right? All right. Thank you.